is Pearl, and today we're going to be solving this relatively simple question from the Engineering Mechanics textbook. So it says the force equals to 450 pounds, that's this force, acts on the frame. Resolve this force into components acting along members AB, that's this point, and AC, that's this point. So now, and determine the magnitude of each component. So this is basically just saying normally the questions we have been solving before now will have two forces, F1 and F2. And then you'll be tasked with finding the resultant force. Well, in this case, they gave us the resultant force and they want you to find F1 and F2. That's simply the question. Now, moving back to the question, we're going to draw our two resultant forces. The first one, AB, FAB, acting along this direction, denote it as FAB. And the second one, which is along the beam AC, you may be tempted to draw it like this. Well, that'd be wrong. The reason why is actually quite simple. Is because if the vectors are in this direction, this is AC, this is AB, the vector force AB and AC, you're basically implying that your resultant force is somewhere along here. And quite frankly, from you know, the diagram itself, you can see it's clearly not so. That's going to be a problem if we draw FAC in that direction. So, what we're gonna do, we're going to simply turn it the other way around. Now, we're going to draw a parallelogram for vector addition. Simply going to use dotted lines and join it in this manner. Now, notice that this line is parallel to this line. Even though it doesn't really look like it, I'm not perfect in my drawing. It's going to be FAC because they're parallel to each other. Now, let me just bring up this drawing so you can really get a good understand what we're doing here. This is the parallelogram. Oh boy, that line was not straight. Okay, and then we get to join it. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so here we're going to have our FAC. It should be a thick line because the main component. FAB. This is going to be the 450 pounds. And this is going to be 45 degrees. Okay, now it should be clearer. Now we're going to use the sine angle rule, which is basically, suppose this is A, this is B, and this is C. The sine angle simply states we're going to have A, whatever is on this A side, over sine A, which is this point, equals to B over whatever is opposite B. That's this angle, angle 45, equals to C over the angle opposite C. Now, for A, we have FAB over sine A. We do not know what A is, we're going to have to find it. And B, we're going to skip it because it's also an unknown, FAC. So we're going to go on to C. C is 450 pounds over sine C. Again, we don't know the angle. So basically, this is telling us that we need to find these two angles. I'm going to need you to put on your angle shoes. Sorry, that was bad. Okay, so going back to the question, let us do a little bit of mathematics here. So this is, you see this line? If you remember from, I think primary school, I don't know. Basically, if this angle is 30, this angle is also going to be 30, vertically opposite angles. And if you see like a kind of Z, which we have here, that's two parallelograms being intersected by a transverse line, I believe. This angle is going to be same as this angle here. So we've come back to the parallelogram. It's have 30 degrees here. And for this part, the sum of angles in a triangle must be equal to 180. So to simply get this angle, we're just going to say 180 minus 30 plus 45. which will give us 15. So the angle here is 15 degrees. So we're simply going to substitute our values here. We have that FAB equals to sine A. Sine A is now currently sine 15 equals to 450 pounds, sorry, over sine 30. We solve this and we're going to get that FAB is equals to 869 pounds. And coming back for FAC, let's have FAC over sine 45 because that's the angle opposite it. You can see at this point equals to 450 pounds over sine 30. If you make FAC subject formula and simplify the equation, you're going to have that FAC is equal to 636 pounds. This is the answer to our question. We have gotten the magnitude of each component. Thank you for listening, and I hope you understood. Anything you do not understand, do not hesitate to ask it in the comment section. Thank you.